came home roaring drunk.
Yeah.
I could hear his footsteps coming up the stairs. I opened the door, and there he was.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it any longer. I said, take back your knife and your ruby and your sapphire and your emerald. That's what I said.
In from the front of the coach comes this guy. The guy's, he's had a few. And as he approached the section where the woman was with the baby, he stops and he's staring like that. And the woman's watching him. She's watching him from the corner of her eye. She says to him, "What are you looking at?" The guy says, "I'm looking at that ugly baby." So that's a bad-looking baby, lady. You save a lot of money with that baby. You don't have to hire any babysitter. Nobody's going to bother that kid.
I'm not going to stay on very long, too long, because, and if you believe that, you'll also believe there'll be a Richard Simmons Jr.
I guess this relationship between the U.S. and Canada, you know, we got to present passports now to come to Canada. We got to present a passport because I guess they're concerned about terrorists. I guess they forgot that the terrorists had passports.
She laid down in our hammock and uprooted 2 trees. If you get an elevator with her, by God, you better be going down. She got a waterbed for Christmas. You know what's in it? Lake Erie. One day a Volkswagen hit her. Hell, they never found it.
Here I am, 5 years into my career. I have no more material left. It surprised the hell out of me. I'll be honest with you, last Thanksgiving, while you people were celebrating, I was down to my last bit.
And the other thing, yeah, what am I doing with this? Did you ever go down the beach about 8 o'clock in the morning and see these guys? I always wondered about them. I mean, how much can you find at the beach? How much do people take with them? We're going to take a dip. Bring 3,000. All change. Make it all change.
I just flew in from, let's say, Baltimore, and I'm getting off the plane, let's say, and a woman runs by me with wheels on the bottom of her suitcase. Have you seen these things? I mean, she's moving. You know, it's jacked up in the back. There's mags on it, and there's a woman racing her on the other side going, "Is that a Samsonite 250? That's a fast bag. That's a very fast bag."
We went to this party, and I bent down to put some cheese dip on this cracker, and the toupee fell into the cheese dip. And everyone quit having cheese dip. Huh? Maybe a laughing matter to you, sir. It's not.
The other drunk said, "No, what did you get for your wife the other day?" So the first drunk said, "A poodle." So the other drunk said, "This'll kill you." The other drunk said, "Look, if I..."
must have said this to I don't know how many times. I tell you 100 times, you just shouldn't do it. That's all. You shouldn't do it. I know. I thought it would be funny. Well, it is funny to everybody else, but you just don't say sock it to me to guys like Cassius Clay. That's all. I thought it would be funny.
So this other drunk...
Now there's so many medicines. They got this prescription stuff that they advertise on TV, and I swear half the time the side effects are 50 times worse than what the medicine cures. Like, try new Floraflor. For itchy, watery eyes, it's Floraflor. Side effects may include nausea, vomiting, water weight gain, lower back pain, receding hairline, eczema, seborrheic psoriasis, itching, chafing clothing, liver spots, blood clots, ringworm, excessive body odor, uneven tire wear, pyorrhea, gonorrhea, diarrhea, halitosis, scoliosis, loss of bladder control, hammer toe, the shanks, low sperm count, warped floors, cluttered drawers, hunchback, heart attack, low resale value on your home.
You wake up in the morning and all of a sudden you can't move. And the wife said, "What's the matter?" I said, "My legs." She said, "You must have slept on it." "What do you think I slept on? My ear?" Then you have Nuprin and aspirin or whatever it is, and you make it to the bathroom and you start cleaning the mirror. The mirror's not dirty, your eyes are gone. Thank God I can brush my teeth in my hand so I can see them up close.
What's happened to the toilet paper, by the way, in public bathrooms? It's not even one ply anymore, is it? It's a sheer suggestion of what toilet paper used to be. It's an innuendo, a ghost. It's like prosciutto. It's so thin. And then because it's so thin and it's on that huge cheese wheel size roll, it's like a spare tire roll of toilet paper. So the heaviness of the roll with the thinness of the paper, trying to move it alone is just please, if I could just have more than one. One.
When you're awakened out of a deep sleep, the person that wakes you up always asks, "Did I wake you?" And you deny it, you know. No matter what web of garbage you're removing from your mouth and eyes, you deny it. And I wake you, no, just lying down. I was just lying down about 12 hours, I guess. It's a long lie down. No, it wasn't. People don't like to be caught napping at 6 in the morning. You don't know who it could be. And so you tend to overcompensate and try to sound awake in a hurry. Ring, you come right over to it.
When you're in rehab, for 3 days, they put you on what's called a 5150 psych hold, where they're afraid you're going to do something so crazy that they watch you, and maybe you're in a padded cell, and they feed you. Okay, how many moms out here, how many moms are just plain old working stiffs, think that sounds like an effing vacation? A vacation. Sign me up for my 5150. That sounds like heaven.
Nah, I don't have any answers for you. But I can tell you about one thing. Oh, yeah, you think you're safe, huh? You people over here, you think you're safe? Do you think you're safe? What's your name? Lou? Lou, you ever been married? You do me a favor? If you ever think you want to get married, if you ever think you've met the right woman, you want to settle down, you want to get a house, you want to get a car, maybe raise a family, do me a favor, will you, Lou? Remember this face. Because it's the face of hell, Lou.
But they're very happy, my parents, because I married an amazing woman. I married Gloria Estefan. She's amazing. No, that's not true. I married, my wife's a saint. I married Roger Moore. That's who I married. She wears a black turtleneck and does spy scenes all day long at home. No, she is, I call my wife Gandhi because she shaved her head and she wears a diaper and she looms all day long. She just sits there and she fasts. She won't eat.
If I had an opportunity to do anything else, would I do it? Sure. Like, if God were to say to me, David Steinberg, if God were to say to me, David Steinberg, that would be enough. I could probably roll with that for a bit.
Hello, sports fans. And football fans and Sally Rand fans and hat fans and electric fans and all that stuff. This is your old sportscaster, Big Bill Allen, with the latest sports news for all you sports fans out there in sports lands. First, the score, the big game between Harvard and William and Mary. Final score, Harvard 14, William 12, Mary 6. I take my hat off to Mary. I'm glad to get that stupid hat off. So until next week, sports fans, remember this. When the going gets tough, when skies are dark, and you're all alone with your back to the wall, give up.
I don't care if everybody here is a doctor. I tell them straight to their faces that the doctors, they're crooks. That's it. This would be some time to get sick, but I'm taking a chance. You think they don't know they're crooks? They know it. Why do you think when the doctor operates, he wears a mask? He don't want you to see what's going on. Why do you think they wear gloves? You think the gloves are for sanitary reasons? Fingerprints.
We know that many, many hundreds of years ago, most men had more than one wife.
Yeah.
Did you practice polygamy in those days?
I never practiced it. I was perfect at it.
On stage, in other words, a stripper in a burlesque house on stage goes, here it is, boys, da-da-da, it's cool. But let her do that in the public park on the way home and their ass is in jail. And the reason for that is that the people in the park didn't ask for that.
I have so much on my mind and yet so little to say. That's the problem I have. I have bad anniversary posture. I wear my pants too high. I feel like my grandfather. He used to wear his pants up to my forehead. He was like a slacks monster. He looked like a slacks monster. And
it's probably the jewelry. You need to take the jewelry off. There you go. Thank you very much. All right, try it just one more time. Oh, what could it be, huh? Zipper, back of the dress. You want to take the dress off, please? Up on your hands, down on your toes. That's the way we do the varsity train. Ba-da-da-da-da, woo. Ba-da-da-da. Get it on, little baby. Okay, you want to step through one more time, please? Oh, I see what it is. You've got a little metal clasp right there in front of that thing off there. Yeah, that ought to do it. Here you are. Have a nice flight.
A guy goes to the doctor. And he says, hey, I've been talking this way all my life. I want to talk like a regular person. The doctor said, I have your file here, and having examined you, The only difference between you and other people is that you have been more sexually endowed than most people in the sense that in some place where you should have 2, you have 4. In other words, you can get a free pass to first base, is what the doctor said. So now, the guy says, Mom, I really want to talk regular. The doctor said, we can perform an operation and reduce you to normalcy, and perhaps that will affect your voice. So the guy says, okay. So after the operation, a few weeks pass, and the patient comes back. He says, Doc, I'm talking normally, but things are not exactly the way they were, and I prefer to have things put back the way they were. And the doctor said, that's impossible. Those are things destroyed.
You know, the drugs, I think drugs make people sort of, you know, they get like, I've seen them, you know, they take you know, and they have to hold it in, see? See, that's the problem with smoking. You have to look. Now, your body doesn't want it, so it starts to kick it out, whether you want to hold it or not, so you begin to... Now, the best part about drugs is that while you're doing that, the person sitting next to you is going, hey, man, pass that over.
Every religion has a creation myth. You know what the Scientology creation myth is? They think that 12 trillion years ago, a time frame no scientists believe exists, but okay. 12 trillion years ago, a galactic warrior named Xenu was looking to depopulate his planet, so he took all the souls to Earth, buried them under volcanoes, and blew them up later with atom bombs. I mean, if someone tells you this story, the only logical response is to say, well, I guess anything's possible. And then backpedal while maintaining a smile and dialing 911 in your pocket.
This is my latest album. I made it 5 years ago. I'm not gonna make another one until we sell these. This is a good album, too. It's about love and caring and being together, being close, being physical. Love. Hygiene. That's the important factor. Hygiene. The toughest thing in the world is to have to turn to your mate one night and say, you got to wash your ass.
Now, the next, after a couple of more drinks, they begin to itch. See? Now, when they put their hats on, they have a feeling that the wind's going to blow it away, so they put it on good. Now, their tongue starts sticking to the roof of their mouth after the next thing. It's like this. Now they start to get warmer, so they throw their coats back like this. See? But they want to be neat at all times, so they button it.
I was taking the pill, but I was put in the wrong place, so I had my kid. Who knew? Listen, did you ever try the sponge? The sponge is fabulous. It's a little hard to swallow, but well worth it. No, because I just went off of birth control pills, and you start to gain. I have gained, in 1 week, I've gained 5 pounds. You know when you know you've gained weight? You know when it's time to diet? When you're standing by the curb and a guy tries to hot wire you. I mean, this afternoon, a cab hailed me. I got so... you know when it's time to diet? When you stand behind Elizabeth Taylor and they can still see your thighs. It's just... And when you know when it's really, really, really time to diet? When you go into the bathroom and your husband's left the seat up and you sit down and you fit. And you go,
I had a dream that all the babies prevented by the pill showed up. They were mad. I was cesarean born. Can't really tell. Although, whenever I leave a house, I go out through the window.
See these awful kind of movies that are popular now? Women get cut up with chainsaws and knives. Movies like that, was that Friday the 13th, Part 5, The New Beginning? Here's a real believable film. Woman opens the refrigerator, gets hit in the face with an axe. There's a pretty common household accident, huh? This happens to a lot of women. You go for the frozen peas, get an axe.
Arnold Stabler drove me around in a semi-truck for the past 15 hours, and he said we were supposed to meet down at the barn, and there's a surprise for you there. That is cool. And I just wanted to tell you this: the guys feel different about you. If you was to come home now, they'd just beat the life out of you. So don't come back to Norfolk right away.
You know, because I'm used to American women saying, you don't own me. Hey, baby, where you going? Excuse me? I said, where you going? You don't own me. You my woman, ain't you? I don't see no rings on these fingers. Are you going to put a ring on this finger? Well, Well, then you don't own me in, okay?
Christianity is super old, but it's crazy. I mean, you're born a sinner. By being born, you are a sinner and you're going to hell. But you can just apologize and then you can go to heaven. No big deal. If you're a murderer, same thing, it's just apologize and go to heaven. You can be Hitler and go to confession and say, forgive me, Father, I killed 6 million Jews. And the priest would just be like, no problem, say 10 Hail Marys. And Hitler goes to heaven.
I will throw anything out at any time. Where's the wedding album? I thought you were done with it. And that was wrong. I admit that now. Those are special memories, and they're gone now. But the point is this. All things on Earth only exist in different stages of becoming garbage. Okay? Your home is a garbage processing center where you buy new things, bring them into your house, and slowly crapify them over time. Okay? This is your life.
The guy driving the car is wearing a cowboy hat and a hospital gown, see? So... And he's rolling, the thing that bothers me most of all about him, he's rolling the biggest joint I'd ever seen in my entire life. He was using Pampers, and I Just awful. We sat at an intersection for a half an hour waiting for a stop sign to change. So it was
because I always look forward to getting questions that you never get. And they were getting very personal, which they always do. Or else they give gifts, and it looks like, let's make a deal. They dress up, you know. And it's nice, though. But they were getting very personal. They were saying, you know, what are your measurements, and how old are you, and is that your real hair, and are those your teeth? You know, and I always say, you know, would I buy these teeth? You know, so, and they were getting terribly personal. One lady raised her hand, and I just loved her for it, and I said, yes, ma'am. And I thought, well, here comes another one. She said, oh, what do they polish that floor with? That's all she cared about.
Mel. And you had a drink that made you feel gay and in the mood to dance. I feel like dancing.
I'm leafing through Life magazine. I see a photograph of Monique Van Vuren in a slim bikini bathing suit. And she's on the beach in Jamaica. And there, next to her, with a cool vodka in his hand, is my rabbi. So I call him up on the phone, you know, and he puts me on hold. And what happened was he wanted to go into show business. He had done a late-night prayer on television, and he was in the middle of the 23rd Psalm, and he tried to ad-lib, you know. He tried to name the 10 Commandments. And couldn't think of them, you know. Instead, he named the 7 dwarfs.
But this is a beautiful audience. It's obvious that many of the ladies spent the afternoon with their hairdresser. Some had their hair done, and I just...
Remember the last temptation of Christ? There were people outside with signs going, this movie is not real. Come here, Sparky. No movie's real. Sorry. Wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. And they have signs. They have big signs that say, you will not get into the kingdom of heaven. And I look at these geeks and go, are you going to be there? I'm not going. It ain't going to be me with you, no. Now, a movie like The Last Temptations of Christ is not. What is offensive about that? Nothing to me, except here's the fact that Jesus is always played by someone who looks like Ted Nugent, okay?
And nowadays it's different, you know, them girls give you that head, you know. That'll kill them, that head. I paid $10 for some head and it was so good just damn near killed me. I said, baby, I'll give you 40 if you quit. I ain't lying. And thank you, Jesus.
Now, here's the one for the TV. Hi there, gang. Gosh, gee willikers. You know, I've had an interesting life.
I'm not into that one-night thing. I think a person should get to know someone and even be in love with them before you use and degrade them. And I feel sorry for women, I'll tell you why. Because so many men think they're into this kinky sex. And I wouldn't have said that, but 6 months ago I met a girl, and she was taking singing lessons, and her coach, 84-year-old guy. You think it'd be the last guy in the world to be weird. But listen to this. He kept wanting her to sing from her diaphragm.
The LA Times announced today some sad news that the Rams are moving, the Los Angeles Rams are moving from Los Angeles to Anaheim. And come to think of it, that's the most ground the Rams have gained the entire season.
To all of you. And to wonderful Peter Falk. Over here, Peter. Look at this side. Mr. Ruth Buzzy, who everybody laughs at about her looks. You're a dog. And Orson Welles, 30 years ago you were handsome, and now we're going to put Goodyear on your face and fly you over the beach for a half hour. Milton Berle, who kept checking with him, going, is that funny? I love you, Milton, but it's over.
I tell you, I mean, there's wise guys. Well, I checked in a hotel. I asked the bellhop to handle my bag. He started to feel up my wife. I said to him, I said, hey, buddy, who told you you could play around with my wife? He said, everybody. I tell my wife I can never relax, you know. I told her our kid is spoiled. She told me a lot of kids smell that way. She's a lousy cook, too. She can't cook at all. I leave dental floss in the kitchen, the roaches hang themselves. My wife, she don't go for me either. I'm not a good-looking guy. Well, Halloween, I open the front door, kids give me candy.
That's all your house is? It's a pile of stuff with a cover on it. You see that when you take off in an airplane and you look down and you see everybody's got a little pile of stuff. Everybody's got their own pile of stuff. And when you leave your stuff, you gotta lock it up. Wouldn't want somebody to come by and take some of your stuff. They always take the good stuff. They don't bother with that crap you're saving. Ain't nobody interested in your 4th grade arithmetic papers. They're looking for the good stuff. That's all your house is? It's a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff. Now, sometimes you've got to move. You got to get a bigger house. Why? Too much stuff. You've got to move all your stuff.
This is my partner's song, and this is a very, very beautiful tune, by the way. And this is a song that, well, you'll have to excuse me, I was talking. Oh, yeah. Now, this is a song that my partner...
Here, you're very rude. I was talking to him, and get up here. I'll have to ask you not to be so impertinent. Now, here, well, if you want to fool around, try and follow me.